wonder murmur where whispers weave the heart.
Hello, little hearts. A new whisper begins. In a sun-dappled forest, where the air was sweet with the scent of wild blossoms and the quiet buzz of 1,000 bees, lived a small bear named Bumbleberry. He wasn't big or strong like the other bears. He was just a little cub with a fluffy brown coat and a heart as big as the forest itself. Bumbleberry loved to solve puzzles. He spent his days wandering the woods, singing a little song to himself as he searched for clues. It's a puzzle to me. It's hard to tell who hid the nut inside its shell. It's a mystery, but it's just as well, because I love to find them. One afternoon, his cheerful song was broken by a quiet hiccuping sob. Bumbleberry stopped, his ears twitching. He followed the sound until he found a tiny raccoon curled up behind a big bush, his little body shaking with sobs. "Hello," Bumbleberry said softly, his voice gentle. "Why are you crying?" The little raccoon looked up, his face streaked with tears. I lost my mummy," he whimpered. "I was playing hide and seek, and when I opened my eyes, she was gone." A wave of sympathy washed over Bumbleberry. He knew how it felt to be small and alone. Without a second thought, he sat beside the raccoon and put a comforting paw on his shoulder. "Don't you worry," he said, with a determined little sigh. "I'll help you find her. I'm very good at finding things." The raccoon wiped his nose with a paw. "You will?" "Of course," Bumbleberry had said. "I have a plan." He put his nose to the ground, sniffing the damp earth. "I have a very good sense of smell. I can track your mummy down." The raccoon's eyes widened with hope. Bumbleberry followed his nose, his small body a determined blur, as he searched for the raccoon's mother. He sniffed under ferns, around fallen logs, and behind mossy rocks. Suddenly, he stopped. A familiar, wonderful scent filled his nostrils. It wasn't the raccoon's mother, but it was a smell so sweet and delicious. It made his heart sing. Honey! It was his favorite smell in the whole world. Bumbleberry, his mind now completely focused, followed the honey scent. He followed it up and up, his paws scrambling up a tall oak tree. He climbed higher and higher, the sweet smell growing stronger with every inch. The little raccoon watched him, his hope turning to confusion. "Bumbleberry, where are you going?" Bumbleberry didn't answer. He had reached the top, and his nose led him directly to a big round object stuck on a branch. It was a beehive. He put his head inside, ready for a feast. Buzz! 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 A sound like 1,000 tiny trumpets filled his ears. Angry bees swarmed him, stinging his nose and ears. "Get out of our beehive, you smelly bear!" They buzzed furiously. With a yelp, Bumbleberry pulled his head out, his nose red and his face covered in honey and angry bees. He fell back down the tree, landing with a loud thump and a groan. The little raccoon looked at his friend, then at the angry bees, and started to sob. "We'll never find her," he cried. "Now you're all sticky and hurt." Bumbleberry, a bit dazed, pulled a bee from his nose. The skunk smell was gone, replaced by the sweet, sticky scent of honey. He looked at the raccoon, who was crying harder than ever, and a new idea, a brilliant one, sparked in his mind. "Don't worry, little raccoon," Bumbleberry said, his voice full of a new kind of confidence. "I've just had a brilliant idea. The highest tree in the whole forest is right here. If I climb to the very top, I'll be able to see everyone. The raccoon looked at the tree, then at Bumbleberry's honey-covered nose. You're going to try again? He sniffed. Bears are excellent climbers, Bumbleberry declared. He began to climb again, his paws finding the best holds. He climbed past the bees, past the sleepy birds in their nests, and up to the very top. From the highest branch, he could see the whole forest stretched out below him like a giant green blanket. The wind blew harder up here, and the tree began to wobble. Bumbleberry swayed with it, his legs feeling a little wobbly. He looked down and felt a wave of dizziness. Oh dear, he thought. This is not part of the plan. His small paws slipped, and for a terrifying moment, he was in the air. Down, down, down he fell. The air rushed past his fur, the trees a blur of green. The little raccoon screamed in terror. Splash! With a sound so loud it seemed to shake the very ground, Bumbleberry fell into the big blue lake below. Water sprayed everywhere, a fountain of silver and gold in the afternoon light. The noise of the splash was so loud, it startled every animal in the forest. A fox dropped his berries, a deer stopped mid-graze, and a whole flock of squirrels tumbled from their trees. They all came running to the lake to see what had happened, and among them, her heart pounding with worry, was the little raccoon's mummy. She had been searching for her son all day, and the sound of the great splash had finally given her a direction. She saw her baby raccoon on the bank and ran to him, hugging him tightly. He was safe. The little raccoon, filled with a burst of relief, pointed at Bumbleberry, who was shaking the water from his father. "Mummy!" It was him. "He found you." The raccoon's mother, a tear of joy in her eye, went to Bumbleberry. She hugged him, his wet fur smelling much better now that the skunk smell was gone. "Thank you, dear bear," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. "You are a true hero. Please, come home for supper." Bumbleberry's heart swelled with pride. He felt strong and brave and full of warmth. He had not found her with his nose, or by climbing, but by simply trying his very best. The problem had been solved in the most unexpected way. "No, thank you," Bumbleberry said with a happy smile. "I have something very important to do." He waved goodbye to his new friends and wandered off into the forest, his heart lighter than ever. He was no longer a bear who simply found nuts. He was a hero who found mothers. And as he walked, his nose began to twitch with a familiar scent. Sweet, delicious honey. He looked around, a mischievous grin on his face. Do you think he found it? And what do you think he did then? The forest, you see, is full of puzzles, and the greatest adventure is always the one you don't expect.
Wonder murmur, the story departs, yet the whisper imparts.